What's up, guys? I hope everybody had a great Vendetta release weekend. This is Yolanda from Team CWG, and welcome to Market Watch this week. This week, we're going to mainly be looking at cards for Vendetta decks, and starting off our list, we're probably going to be looking at the best color in Riftbound at the moment. I'm looking at Chaos. Kicking off this week's list, for all those Miracle decks out there, I'm talking to you, Kenan, Zed. We're going to be looking at Last Rites, Fizz, and the Seal of Discord Overnumbered. Last Rites is one of the core cards in Miracle Kenan and Miracle Zed. It allows you to play all those cards that you've discarded and burned from trash on hold or on Conquer. Currently, it's sitting at around $55 to $60, which is quite the surprise to me. I definitely did expect it to reach $45, but I wasn't expecting it to go over that $45 price point. While it is a good card and a very key component in those Miracle decks, I don't see it climbing much more than what it is now. Now, while I think both decks are pretty good, I don't see it being an S tier deck. So if you don't have plans of playing either of those decks, or if you're not planning to play a Miracle version of those decks, I would definitely move them now. The next purple card on our list is Fizz Trickster. Fizz was previously a $3 to $5 card and even got as low as $1 when Miracle was out of format. Fizz is now currently sitting at $10, which is crazy considering it's a rare from one of the most printed sets to date. Just like Last Rites, Fizz is another core piece of the Miracle decks. Giving players access to spells like Stack Deck, Star-Crossed, or Ride the Wind from trash when you play this card is insane. It was a rare in Spirit Forge, so there are still tons of them out there and they weren't very hard to pull. So don't expect this card to go up much more than what it is now. So if you aren't playing Miracle, I would definitely sell them now before they tank. We're finally on the last of our trio of purple Miracle cards. We're looking at Seal of Discord Overnumbered. This card is the heart and soul of the deck. Seal of Discord grants the Miracle decks a tremendous advantage in power. Just like Last Rites and Fizz, the Seal of Discord Overnumbered previously commanded a near $200 per card during the Draven Miracle format. Currently, it is sitting at $90, and while it is a far cry from its previous $200 price point, it is still near double what it was a month ago. If you're one of those people who picked this card up a month or so ago while it was still super low, I would definitely sell this card as I don't realistically see this card reaching its previous price point. While we're still on the topic of overnumbereds, the next card on our list is going to be the Seal of Strength Overnumber. In the past, this card hasn't seen much play outside of a handful of set decks, but with the release of Ambessa, it seems like a lot of players are playing it as a 3 of now, so they could play some of their more power-hungry spells without deramping. I'm talking about cards like Repulse, Public Execution, Unyielding Spirit, and Challenge. Currently, last solds on this card are sitting at around $65. I would definitely move this card now before it starts to trend down, as Ambessa isn't a very good deck. That's enough talk about cards from Spirit Forge. Let's go back a set and talk about some cards from Origins. The next card on our list is probably one of the best, if not the best, removal card in the game. I'm talking about Falling Star. Falling Star is currently the highest it's ever been. It's currently sitting at $15. The last time I saw it even remotely close to that price was on release of Origins, when Kaisa was dominating the format. The reason for the rise is because it is played at a 3 of in one of the most popular decks in the format, being Akali. So unless you're playing Akali or a red-purple deck that isn't going to be Miracle, I would definitely move this card now, because it will suffer the same fate as the Seal of Strength Overnumber. A really good card, the deck just isn't the best deck of the format. The next two cards on our list are actually just going to be foils from Origins. I'm talking about Salvage foil and Singularity foil. The Salvage foil is currently sitting at one of the lowest prices it has ever been. At the moment, it's sitting under $5, and that's crazy for a card as good and as value as Salvage. Salvage allows you to pop a gear on action and then draw a card after. It doesn't get more value than that. Salvage being this low is quite a surprise. As in Vendetta, I think we get the most consistent version of Aurora in Jace Aurora. Definitely expect this card to climb, as I do see a lot of people looking more and more at the Aurora Jace build. On top of that, this card did used to be $12, so picking it up at $5 is great, and it's also just a very good generic kill gear card, great into Azir, great into Aurelia. The next foil we have is Foil Singularity. Just like Falling Star, Singularity is one of the best removal cards in the game, allowing you to target 2 different units and then deal 6 damage to both. At the peak of its usage, the Singularity foil actually sat at almost $20, which is crazy for just an uncommon foil. At the moment, it's sitting at around the same price as a Salvage foil, just under $5. I think it's a steal for a card as good as Singularity and as hard to find because it is printed in Origins. I definitely expect this card to go up because of the Mel deck. Being able to have Empowered Mel and then playing Singularity without fear of being counterspelled is huge. There aren't a lot of units that are going to survive taking 6 damage. While the card is $5, I would definitely start picking them up now, as I do expect Mel to be a more popular deck in the format and one of the better decks. Finishing off this week's list is a card that I have constantly talked to my friends and raved about how good this card is. I'm talking about Premonition. If you haven't already seen the Sideways Showdown Nasus deck, they are running Astral Heron and Premonition. Essentially what they would do is move Astral Heron into a battlefield and then just play Premonition for 1 energy. That is like a cracked version of Stacked Deck. Imagine playing Stacked Deck and instead of just looking at the top 3 and adding 1, you just add all 3. Previously, Premonition sat at under $2. It was literal bulk in Spirit Forged. It is currently sitting at around $10. That's a near 500% increase from what it was 2 months ago. Aside from Nasus, I have seen a few decks here and there run Premonition. I did see a few Jace lists run this card, but I think they've switched over to Clairvoyance now instead of playing Premonition. So definitely expect it to be more of a Nasus card. So if you open Spirit Forged, check your bulk. You probably have 2 or 3 of these. I would definitely sell this now before it tanks again. That's the end of Market Watch this week. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and if we could do anything better, comment in the comments below. This is Yolanda from Team CWG, and I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.